Hi, everybody. It's Mrs. Heath. I am coming to you today from my bedroom. I'm sitting on my bed. I have a nice comfy blankie that I'm sitting all cozied up with. And I got to tell you, this is one of my favorite places to hang out and read a good book. I love to read, and I hope you love to too. And today I'm going to do a read aloud that is called The Best Place to Read. And while we're reading, I want you to think about where one of your favorite places is to read. I'm sitting in one of my favorite places to read. So let's talk about the best place to read. And on the front cover, I see a boy with his dog. It looks like they're sitting outside, which is another great place to read. I also love to read outside. Inside cover. Title page, The Best Place to Read. And my author is Debbie Bertram and Susan Bloom. My illustrator is Michael Garland. So we have two authors of this book, The Best Place to Read. Here's the dedication page. Sometimes an author will dedicate the book to someone, and this is dedicated to Arnie and Jordan, our husbands, our cheerleaders, our best friends. With love, Debbie and Susan. So that's from the authors. They dedicated it to their husbands. Here we go. A new book for me. I can't wait to read. I run to my own little chair. I'm growing too tall and the seat is too small, so I am not comfortable there. Look at that little chair he's sitting in. Maybe you have a chair that you sit in. Is it getting too small for you because you're getting big? Into the Den. That's a good place to read. I love Grammy's soft, cozy chair. But so does old Rover. I tell him move over, but he won't make room for me there. Rover seems to like that chair too, and he's trying to share the space, but the dog is not moving. Daddy's chair must be magic. The seat can move back, up and down. In this big leather chair, a cool, windy feeling. The fan on the ceiling is spinning and blasting cold air. So he's feeling a little chilly sitting in that chair. He's got a cat too, it looks like. Snack time. I'm hungry. I'll read in the kitchen. Baby's booster is next to my chair. The table's so sticky, my hands get all icky. Yuck, why would I want to read there? Oh dear. It looks like his little sibling is making a mess while eating and it's getting everything sticky. It's hard to read when everything's sticky. Grandpa looks comfy whenever he reads in his lumpy and bumpy old chair. My book drops to my feet when springs poke through the seat. Boing! I bounce up so high in the air. Oh dear. So there's springs in this chair and it looks like it's kind of breaking and it boing bounced him up in the air. Well, that's not very comfy to read. Upstairs, I'll read in my big brother's room. I flop on his round beanbag chair. Surprise, I yell, eek, as the chair springs a leak. There are beans and more beans everywhere. Oh dear. The beanbag chair broke and now there's beans everywhere from that. He probably shouldn't have jumped quite so much on it, huh? Her Highness, the princess, that's my big sis. A gold seat like a throne is her chair, but her stereo's singing, her telephone's ringing. Too loud, who could ever read there? So he's trying his sister's room, and there's lots going on, the radio, and she's on the phone. Too much distraction to read there. So back down the stairs, oh, where can I read? In Auntie's old wood rocking chair. Like a rocking machine, I feel seasick and green. I have to go out for some air. So the rocking is making him not feel well. I personally can also not rock in a chair too much. It doesn't make me feel good either. The backyard is great. I can read on the grass. I'll sit on a patio chair. And the sprinklers, oh no, splashing me head to toe. So now it's too wet to read there. Oh dear. The sprinklers got him all wet while he's reading, and it makes me realize that this morning it rained overnight and it's probably too wet to read outside right now. Maybe later it'll dry off a little bit. It's hard to read when you're wet. I dry myself off. I give up. I can't read. I've tried to sit down everywhere. With no reading done, I'm still on page 1. I can't find a comfortable chair. Well, that's frustrating when you really can't find a great place to read. Mommy, oh mom, may I sit on your lap? I love it so much when we share. The best place to be, just my book, mom and me, at last in a comfortable chair. Oh, look at that. That looks comfortable. And looks like mom's reading to him. And that's the end. What a great place that he found to read at the end. And here I'll show you the whole book, front to back. Gives you a nice scene of, that's actually a really good place to read. But I love at the end, he found a great place to read with mom. So my question to you today, friends, is where do you love to read? And as you see, I'm sitting in my place that I love to read, but I'm wondering, where do you love to read? Do you love to read in your house somewhere? Do you love to read outside? Maybe you love to read at school in a comfy place at school. We have lots of different reading seats when we read at school. And so I'm wondering if you could tell me where you like to read. And then one more assignment today, because we are not having a blue book lesson today. Where do you like to read? Can you draw me a picture of you reading in your favorite place to read? And maybe you can tell me your favorite book to read. So that's an extra assignment along with answering my question, where you like to read. Draw me a picture of where you like to read, and maybe you could even tell me the book that is your favorite book to read. I would love to know. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. It's going to be hot outside. I hope you get outside and play and maybe do some reading. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye-bye.